If somehow you've crossed swords with the powers that be, they put you on a bus or put you in a van with U.S. Marshals. No matter what your crime was, no matter how petty the offense, you're put in manacles, shackles, belly chains. You're driven as they pick up prisoners at jails, other prisons. There was a fellow that, believe it or not, had failed to report some student loans on a home loan application and was convicted and sent to prison for that. And he was convicted in Montana and was being shipped to Spokane, and it took him 6 months. They would take him to a county jail and leave him there. And see, to a county jail, as a federal prisoner, you're the lowest of the low. You know, you don't live in their county. You know, your family doesn't vote for the sheriff. You know, so you end up sleeping on the floor most of the time. He said most of the time for those 6 months he was on the floor with his head near a toilet. If he was lucky, he got a blanket. That sometimes the marshals would pull up outside and wait till after chow. They would go to Burger King and buy something for themselves, not feed him. Wait till after chow, which is usually just a bologna sandwich anyway, in the jail, just to, the saying inside is, why do they do it? Because they can. And you can imagine 6 months living like that. And you don't have your own clothes. You don't have any of your materials, your address book to write to people. You don't have phone privileges because you're a nomad. And again, it's called diesel therapy. The federal system has just been, this incestuous system of always hiring from in. There's no real oversight of it. The congressional committees are dealing with so many other issues. Nobody really bores in on it. I'll give you an example of how they can mislead Congress. There was a subcommittee meeting, and the previous director of prisons was testifying the day after I did. I wish it had been the opposite. I wish I testified after him because I would have cleared this up. One of the questions was, how many of the inmates that have addictions get treatment? He said, Congressman, I want you to know that every single prison run by the Bureau of Prisons has drug treatment programs. Well, that was a non-responsive answer because, yes, they all have drug treatment programs, but they're so small they can't give treatment to most of the people with addiction. About 10% of the federal inmates that have addictions get any treatment at all. So what he told them was literally true, but it was misleading, and he intended to mislead them.